once in a blue when we had to when we take the smaller planes and stuff like that, that is the worst because just wind. And the thing is it's just sliding like that. And you're looking out the front window. So like one time we were going to go landing, there's 2 pilots up there and we're, it's almost like that. When you drop on like a roller coaster, it's doing that thing. And we're like, oh my God, to the point where we all wrote texts to our families. We actually got a bit out of it, but we all wrote texts to our families. That's good. And we were holding on like to hitting send as we were coming down because.
What was the message?
I have mine. I saved it because I used to read
sending?
I told them to my family that I said, we're on up because the wheel wasn't coming down.
And they told you that.
They told us.
Hey, is that a law that they have to tell you? Because I'm like, I didn't need to know that.
They got it.
There must be a law.
So we go to land, right? We go to land. We're on this little plane, and it's bad out already, and it's shaking, and you see through the window and everything. And he goes to, and then we go, and he pulls back up. So he pulls back up. We're like, what the fuck was that? He gets up.
You thought you were landing.
We were going to land, right? We were like 50 feet from the ground. He pulls back up. The guy comes back. He goes, hey. He goes, so.
Does he look nervous and feel nervous?
He didn't look like frightened, but he was like talking to us sternly. And he goes, okay, so we have a small issue. One of the wheels is not coming down. He goes, our instruments are saying it's not coming down, but we don't know if the instruments are wrong or it's not coming down.
This is with Aloha flights. Really? Same shit.
Really?
You never really know if it's the instruments or the wheel. The pilots can't see. So I'm like, why not have a clear bottom floor for the pilots?
Well, that's what he says. So he goes,
yes, but you gotta wait to. You have to have a guy with good eyesight.
Well, that's what he does. So we go back around. We go fly all the way back around. He goes in a big fucking circle. Comes back. What? What did you say?
I said you can't have Stevie Wonder out there. You gotta have a guy with good eyesight.
Can't be blind.
Eyesight, like as if there's no machines.
You gotta have a guy eating a lot of carrots all day, just looking for the wheel coming down.
Well, we better have a monocle.
We fly back around. He says this time we told control, so they're gonna look and they're gonna let us know if it's down or not. We go to land. We're going down. They pull back up. They go air traffic control cannot tell. Can you believe that?
So this is 2 botched landings.
Two botched landings.
Jesus
Goes
Christ.
back up. It's a small plane. Goes back up. He goes, all right. He goes, here's the deal. He goes, we don't have enough fuel to get to another airport or to stall in like that much longer.
How could the first airport not see that? What do you mean?
It was at night.
It's at night.
I couldn't believe that he said that they couldn't tell, but they couldn't tell. So the third time he goes, we don't have enough fuel to get anywhere else, so we're going to land. We're going to loop around and land now, no matter what. We have to.
Can't planes land without wheels? It's shitty, but they're designed for that.
So what he says is, he goes, he said this with a fucking straight face. He goes, don't worry. He said, if the wheel doesn't come down, the wing will act like a wheel. That's what he said. He goes, and we just looked at him like, what? He goes, the wing will act like a wheel.
But the wing is not a circle.
No, it
doesn't have rubber.
No, it makes
tire.
Our wings are trans.
They can take on that.
He said
it identifies as a wheel on landing.
Yeah. Loop back around for the third time. We went to go land. I was full. I'm not ashamed to say it. I was full crying.
Can I ask you what was going on in your body?
Yeah.
Like, were you like your stomach dropped?
Dropped.
You were crying.
Shaking.
Shaking.
Were the other guys crying?
Everyone was trying to hold it together for each other. Q was trying to hold it together for me. Murray was visibly shaken. And then Joe, the lunatic that he is, he
just had a shirt off running up and down.
He started singing La Bamba. You know they all died in the crash and everything. He's trying to get me to laugh, and I'm crying. He's singing La Bamba. I'm like, I'm still crying. He goes, let me call.
Were you on the plane too?
No.
Okay.
No, nobody. It was just us. Yeah. He goes, let me see if I can get service, because we had service because it was low. So we had service. As we all started writing our families, and we were holding. I was feverishly writing. I could find it in here. I could find it. It's like the wheel's not coming down. I don't know how it's gonna happen. I don't really know I love you all so much. I was telling them who I'm leaving.
Sorry, I cheated. And I love the idea of the things you admit when you think you're going to die.
You're like, I do have a child. He lives in Dayton, Ohio.
I never liked you.
Don't be surprised when you see the will. I'm distributing this to a bunch of kids in Orlando.
And then I land, and then a text comes right in and it goes, JK, 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 JK.
Wait, so you're fully
no, but dude, I'm not. I was crying. I couldn't even control the crying. I could not cry. And then Joe goes, let me call my wife. And he goes, hello, baby. Because the Big Bopper was on the plane that died with Obama. So and he goes, will I what? And he starts doing like the Big Bopper to his wife.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, you're a lunatic. And I kind of am laughing.
That kind of helped you a little bit?
Not really. Yeah, I was laughing and crying at the same time. And then, dude, we came down, and we're like, I'm watching out the window. Because I don't know if it's going to hit, and then it's going to go like that, and the wing's going to fly over, we're going to spin, and
how long
something's going to get ripped open,
a
fire, anything.
But how long were you thinking you were going to die, Tull?
It was a matter of like 5-10 minutes.
And as you were landing, this has happened to me before, did you see a bunch of fire trucks on the runway?
I was just about to say, loaded the runway with them.
That's when you're fucking
Did they load the runway?
We loaded the runway. We saw ambulances, fire trucks,
they're waiting
all the
for
things.
it to just explode.
Yeah. And then we touched down, and the wheel was down.
So it was a normal landing.
Yeah, normal. Yeah.
So did they still take you in a stretcher? They're like, this woman's
the first guy to open the hatch was wearing like one of those like ET space suits.
Yeah, like this. Yeah, because like fire repellent suits.
He looked like a fucking astronaut. And he opened it and he went, "Oh man, can I get a picture with you guys? I'm a huge fan."
Did you take a picture with the guy with the fire repellent?
We did, and it's so funny because he's smiling and the three guys are smiling, and in the picture I'm fucking furious.
Don't be a fake, don't be a flake, don't run away.